This is Kenya News Update today. A ton of raw lithium leaves an African port for pennies. 6 months later, it's a refined battery worth millions. That gap in value is the biggest heist in modern history. But here's the twist. In 2026, African nations are finally fighting back with new laws that are forcing mining giants to share the wealth. Coming up, you'll discover how Zambia and the DRC are changing the game and what it means for the future of clean energy. Meet the concept of beneficiation. It's not just a policy, it's a revolution. For decades, multinational corporations have extracted Africa's minerals, shipped them overseas for processing, and kept the profits. The continent got the dust, the world got the gold. But that era is ending. The African mining vision calls for resource-based industrialization. It's a blueprint to turn raw ore into local jobs and factories. Economist Nasubila Njambi puts a stark number on the failure. Sub-Saharan Africa's development index is just 0.568. That's barely above the lowest possible score. It means the region is living far below what its resources could provide. But here's what nobody's talking about. The global race for clean energy is making this fight urgent. The International Energy Agency projects a 40% surge in demand for critical minerals if Paris Agreement targets are met. Africa holds the keys. And now, they're changing the locks. Let's look at Zambia. They've moved to enforce local procurement quotas of 20 to 40%. That means mining companies must buy a huge chunk of their supplies and services from Zambian businesses. It's a direct injection of cash into the local economy. And then, something shocking happened in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. They're taking a 10% AQT stake in mining projects. This isn't just a tax, it's ownership. It's a seat at the table where the real decisions and the real profits are made. This is a seismic shift, but here's the part that will blow your mind. This isn't just about economics, it's about human rights. Senegalese jurist Keba Mbe linked beneficiation to Article 22 of the African Charter, the right to development. To take a resource without benefiting the local population is a violation of that right. For years, governments failed to impose minimal levels of beneficiation. They allowed corporations to process minerals elsewhere. The result? A continent rich in dirt but poor in everything else. No infrastructure, no jobs, no industrial capacity. The volatility of raw commodity trading kept economies on a roller coaster. But beneficiation changes everything. It creates stable, high-skilled jobs. It builds factories. It shields nations from price swings. It turns a ton of dirt into a ton of opportunity. The implications are massive and controversial. Some say this is long overdue justice, a rebalancing of the scales after centuries of exploitation. Others warn it could scare away foreign investment, slowing down the very development these policies aim to create. It's a high-stakes gamble. But if these nations don't fight for a bigger piece of the pie now, during this once-in-a-generation mineral boom, when will they? The nurses of the global economy are finally demanding their pay. The lithium is leaving the port. But for the first time, a significant share of its future value is staying home. Do you think these new laws are fair, or will they backfire on African economies? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more on the stories reshaping our world.